On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have never left California.
This bronzesexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
It's time to roll, so let's get moving. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. 8 minutes after the hour. And there's a fight going on in a certain chat group because a certain Patriots fan opened his big mouth and put his foot in it. Talk about that later. And now, ladies and I wasn't ready yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't you ever tell that lie again. With that 2.5 foot. I'll make a great comparison. That smile of yours reminds me of both my grandsons, Jaden and Braylon. They're both 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that smile, that wicked smile you had, just a moment. Oh, I'm sorry. I did. Don't you ever tell me that lie again.
Oh my!
I love you for that, but you stupid.
Well, A Pizzle agrees with me. How you doing, A Pizzle? Already? That's what I'm saying.
You don't even A Pizzle. Okay. Okay. So last night, while I was snoring out loud, a certain Patriots fan opened his mouth.
I saw.
Yeah, you saw that unfortunate thing, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I saw it.
And he said,
quote,
Patriots all-time linebackers and defensive backs are greater than the 49ers all-time linebackers and defensive backs.
Close quote.
To it, my partner, my wonderful partner, spoke up and says, Ronnie Lott Ronnie Lott says hello.
Exactly.
That Patriots fan says one guy. He sounds like a bronsexual, doesn't he? He's a Bradyite and a bronsexual at the same damn time.
That's scary.
Yeah, figure that out. He's one guy, you know, the kind of guy that in that graphic you showed me with their nose up in the air and all kinds of stuff. That. So I threw the name Merton Hanks out there. Dietz followed up and says Deion Sanders might beg to differ. Now, how's this for a list, you Patriots fan? Eric Davis, Bill Romanowski, Charles Haley, who was a left outside linebacker in that 49ers scheme, under the tutelage of one George Seifert. Matt Millen, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, they might all beg to differ. Keena Turner, Michael Walter. And then Dietz popped in and said, quote, the 49ers have 3 linebackers and defensive backs that are in the top 15 players of all time of any position. Oops. I'm waiting on a certain statement from you, sir.
Oh, no lie can't be found. I don't understand.
So there's more. This fish-eyed fool said.
More. Okay.
This fish-eyed fool said draft only players, not free agents. Okay, so they drafted Ronnie Lott. They drafted Charles Haley. You heard what I said.
Yeah, Kawhi weighing on this. He's addressed this to a franchise that wrote the book on how to draft.
Thank you, Bill Walsh and Carmen Policy, and
but please go
Eddie DeBartolo.
Yeah,
draft only players, not free agents. Well, what do you call Ronnie Lott? What do you call Charles Haley? What do you call Patrick Willis? What do you call Navarro Bowman? And I know this is a defensive end I'm going to name, but since we're talking about defense and he thinks his teams has better defenses, what about Nick Bosa?
See, it's supposed to be a mixture of you draft great talent and then you put the cherry on Sundays with key free agents. That's how you're supposed to do it.
49ers have been doing that for 40 years. 49ers have been doing that for 40 years.
I mean, that is how a successful franchise can have a long, sustained drive toward excellence for just a certain amount of players. You can have that for a good 10 to 15 years if you build it right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Patriots fan, you have one supposed Hall of Fame quarterback. We have 2 that are Hall of Fame. We had 2 that are Hall of Fame quarterbacks. One wore 16, the other wore 8.
Oh, you talking about Steve Grogan? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Wrong Steve. Yeah. Let's go to the Fanatics feedback zone, because I looked at the whip around and Paul George exited with apparent leg injury. So that's a sinking ship.
Wow.
We'll talk World Baseball Classic when we get back. Dante Hightower retires, which sparked him and this conversation in the first place. And my response to him and Dante Dante Hightower needs to be in the Patriot Hall of Fame. No, he doesn't.
No, Patriot Hall of Fame, yes.
Okay.
Pro Football Hall of Fame,
no.
Not saying that he wasn't a great player.
Okay, let me put it this way.
He just didn't really move the needle in terms of, okay, so when you play the Patriots, who on defense do you need to stop first? Who do you fear the most? And there were a few when Hightower played when you feared somebody on that defense more than he did, more than you feared him.
to the Fanatics feedback zone very quickly. Which fan group is more annoying, Bradyites or Bronzexuals? Flip a coin.
Actually,
Flip a coin.
Actually, with Rodgers sexuals, they don't really bother nor move me. It's Aaron Rodgers himself that annoys me.
Mm-hmm. He also says bow to your sensei. And Drew Willingham, good morning, brother. Love you much. Leave Thomas Edward Patrick Brady alone.
Junior.
No, we're not gonna leave him alone because he made his career off of a damn rule that was only used for one season. And they shelved it. No. Thomas Patrick, whatever the hell his name is not worthy of a discussion anymore. Period.
I mean, it's awesome that he did.
I said what
you said what you said. I know Nene Snowman. I know. But I mean, I can't fault him. I mean, he made a career out of a faulty rule. Credit to him. Very, very, very faulty. Then you got this compliment for you. This past Monday's mentality was incredible. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the love, brother.
I agree.
Thank you.
So much so that for the remainder of this week, I'm going to repeat it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I'm working on a schedule, and I'm also working on a partnership with Sports Map Radio. That's one of my projects today. 17 after the hour, we're due for a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little baseball. Oh, wait, you're not supposed to talk baseball. Oh, yeah. Watch this. Back in a flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
The f*** is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
That happened live.
Those 3 words I hear about every time that plays.
That happened.
It's fun.
That happened live.
Live.
Welcome back. Did anybody see that World Baseball Classic Championship last night? That incredible game. See, Team USA and Team Japan just need scrap everybody else. That championship game, we just need to see Team USA and Team Japan face each other every year, or every 4 years, in that exhibition, in that championship. Especially when you have Shohei Ohtani facing Mike Trout.
Yeah, that dude was dealing.
Shohei Ohtani. My gracious. What can you say? And Trout is his teammate. And he blew 100-mile-an-hour fastballs by him. Now, Mike Trout doesn't miss many fastballs.
Mm.
He missed 3 of them in that at-bat.
Mm.
What a classic. When it first started, I kept saying, man, you need to cancel this. Nobody wants to play this. In the immortal words of Ron White, a great comedian, that's profiling. And profiling is wrong. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. What?
No. You're fine. No. I can't rock with the World Baseball Classic. No, I can't. I'm sorry. No. Yes, it was a wonderful stage, and the wonderful final was great.
If I know you, I think the reasoning is going to line with mine. Go for it.
Okay, so we saw with the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, they had a really good game, and Puerto Rico won, but Mets closer Edwin Diaz in the celebration
is lost for the year,
and he's gone for the year.
And you know what? The one thing you're about to bring up is the one thing that frightens me, that always have frightened me, because 2 very big players went down with injuries. Edwin Diaz being one, and I hate to say the other player's name, Jose Altuve, lost for 8 to 10 weeks.
Yes. Yeah. See. So he's gone for at least all of April and possibly all of May. So I'm like, I get, of course, when you have country pride, you go all out. I understand that, and I know they have winter ball, so I know that they many of these players play all winter long, so I understand that too.
See, why? Which brings a question to me, and this is very hypothetical. Does it seem to you that with all the winter leagues, that baseball's going the way of AAU basketball? Am I wrong in seeing that? If so, tell me where I am wrong, because it seems that way to me, although it's a lot different. But I don't know. I just love baseball. That's it's the baseball fan in me coming all the way out. I just love baseball.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I do too. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it this way, but I think it's already gone that way.
Yeah.
And I say that because, and I'm trying not to bring this into the forefront, but I have to in this regard. When it comes to baseball, those of our persuasion don't even entertain it at all.
No, they don't.
Those a lot younger than us don't even entertain it. You know,
They don't want it. More to the point, they don't want to entertain it.
And they don't want to entertain it. Unlike your father with you and my father with me, because with them it was such a big love for them, it became the first sport we loved.
Yes.
That is not the case with those like if we had sons, our sons' ages, or even our grandsons' ages now. So it's to the point now where the sport has been phased out culturally, not necessarily. I don't even think it's really what baseball's done. It's just what culturally has done it.
And culturally, that started, I'd say, around late 80s.
Yeah.
I'd say around late 80s is where culture really came into play, because you don't see that many black baseball players anymore, and it sickens me. It sickens me because when I play baseball, I saw a lot of black kids really getting into the sport.
Yeah.
Really, really getting, I mean, diving, like you and I, diving deep into it, learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
And in my case, for a little while, playing it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's
all
all this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No question. No question.
But you see more of the Latino persuasion in Major League Baseball.
And more power to them.
Exactly. I'm not downing them at all. Hey,
Right.
I love Jose Altuve. I love Jose Abreu. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Latin persuasion has, in essence, taken over baseball.
It has.
The Latin persuasion has taken over baseball. Okay, let me say again. I'm not knocking it at all.
Mm-mm.
I'm not knocking it at all. Mariano Rivera. I tell you anything?
Right. One of the greatest relievers ever. And
I mean, he had one pitch for 20 years.
One of the greatest relievers ever and the greatest closer ever. Yes.
Yep. He had one pitch. One. And he made it work for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back to of our persuasion, Frank Edward Thomas Jr., a.k.a. the Big Hurt.
One of the most awesome.
A.k.a. number 35, a.k.a. one of the most complete
one of the most awesome
power hitters.
All-purpose hitters, ever.
One of the most complete power hitters ever.
When do you ever hear a power hitter for a career average 300 at the plate?
Right. 301.
That's crazy.
301 lifetime average. You would think a guy like Frank Thomas would like be in the low 260s or low 270s. No. Right. He played 18 years, and 16 of those 18 years, he batted at least 300.
That's crazy. So it wasn't
Figure that out.
It wasn't even like a short window of time.
No, it was not.
Crazy. That's crazy.
It was not a short window. 16 of those 18 years, he batted 300. Want another one of our persuasion? Ken Griffey Jr.
Mm-hmm. Still to this day, the prettiest swing I've ever seen.
Prettiest swing I've ever seen.
Prettiest.
I've seen a lot of left-handed hitters have great swings.
I mean, Darryl Strawberry comes to
mind. Darryl Strawberry, Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Oh God, Barry Bonds. one of the most compact swings I've ever seen. And it's like
That's why
he
people
get
don't
that
like
barrel
that.
on the bat so
Fundamentally, that's
fast.
why people don't like Barry Bonds. He changed his swing.
He did. People
He
think that was,
instead of
people
having a
think he
long swing that he had in Pittsburgh,
right.
at the tail end of that run in Pittsburgh and all the way through his run in San Francisco, he had a compact swing.
Yeah, he shortened it considerably. Yeah.
Jermaine Dye,
Another pretty
who
swing.
went through so many injuries early on in his career. And all he did in 2005 was deliver the championship-winning run and become World Series MVP.
Right.
And became one of the few players who hit a World Series home run off one Roger Clemens. Try that for size. See, when we talk baseball, and anybody that talks baseball with us, we kind of bring facts into the equation. Pay attention, fools. We bring facts into the equation. Now, there's a couple people that'll have the opinion that Ken Griffey Jr. does not have the greatest swing, the prettiest swing. We beg to differ, and I think there's a million of us that will beg to differ about number 24. Shoot, I can bring up Dave Sims and have him talk about it, and he'll talk about it for 2 hours. All I got to do is just plan the breaks within.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dave Sims has seen and called Ken Griffey Jr.'s games.
Yep. God, woo, man, that swing.
And you know when he got a hold of one when he just drops his bat.
Yeah. It just looks so effortless when he just cleared the strike zone with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh. How is it doesn't even look like he just puts effort into the swing? It's just a natural movement. Just like that was poetry. That swing was absolute poetry.
And back to Frank Thomas, when have you seen a big man spray the ball to all fields?
See, that's what I'm saying. That dude, he may have been a power hitter for sure, but
he was a complete hitter.
That's what I'm saying. He was such an all-purpose hitter, all-purpose and complete hitter, to where you try to pitch him any way possible, he was a hard out. Period. And he was probably the next step down from when people just had no answer for Barry Bonds. They just said, okay, well, screw it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just intentionally walk this joker. But the bases loaded, man.
We don't care,
coach. I don't care. Put him on base. He's not gonna get that one swing that's gonna hurt us. Frank Thomas was like one step below that.
Because later on in his career, when Frank was exclusively a designated hitter, more often than not, they would walk Frank Thomas. They don't care if the bases they don't care if the bases are loaded or anything. They would walk Frank Thomas. Detroit 313 in the house. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Hawk TV, good to see you. We're talking a little baseball here on Snowman in the Morning on this Wednesday. Y'all already know what's going on for hour 2.
Hey, Detroit 313. What up, though? How you doing, brother?
I heard that phrase all through high school.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
I
know you did. Probably from a whole horde of Pistons fans or I should say people who claim to be Pistons fans who attended high school.
No, this is a real Piston fan.
Oh, cool.
This is. Wait a minute. And I had a nice talk with Chris Pomey last night, and we talked Bulls Pistons rivalry. You'll see that conversation later.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the sport that you and I loved growing up. You want to know why this is a theory? Some people will call it a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
You know why there's not a lot of black men playing baseball anymore? It's not an immediate payout.
That is the ultimate reason why. That's why
Kyler Murray, anybody?
That's why when I said it was a cultural
Mhm.
phasing out, that's
Yep.
exactly what I mean.
And
Because
it's been phased out since like the 90s.
yeah,
And
yeah, because uh,
I've had
here's
so many people, including exes, ask me, "Why do you watch baseball? That's boring."
it's
To
boring.
you, to you.
Here's the funny part, and look, as much as we both love Jordan, the commercialization of Michael Jordan, not
Yes.
necessarily we're not talking about his exploits on the court,
We're talking about off the court
off the
and
court,
all of his
because
and all of his
I know,
endorsements. That's the word I'm
yes,
looking for.
yes,
Endorsements.
because yeah, because I know we outside of Chicago didn't see all of his endorsements because I know he
Right.
got a whole ton of them in Chicago, but he got a lot
The,
outside of
Che-
Chicago.
the Chevy Blazer started all of his Chicago endorsements.
Right,
And that was 1986.
right.
Hawk TV, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Jameis Winston. When we're talking about that long money,
But
you
the
wonder
yeah,
what would you wonder how they would be affected now
right.
if they
So the
played baseball instead of football.
so you saw the popularity of, oh wow, so you mean if I dribbled that ball on the hardwood and I was actually was great at it, I can get that type of money and get that type of that pub. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And you start to see more and more of our persuasion gravitate toward basketball. And of course then when the NFL
Oh
started to get
gosh.
going and get rolling, and to me that started I would say probably mid to late 90s really.
Yeah.
Then you had people think, okay, well, all right, I can at 21, 22 get that big time contract
Mm-hmm.
and we can I can have my family eat right then and there outside of college. I can have family eat. It won't be a
Mm-hmm.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you turn the page to 2000s. Now of course then by then we had in NBA you had Kevin Durant. Oh, Kevin Durant. Well, yeah, Kevin Durant in the early 2000s, but
Yeah.
you had Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant already at 18 being in the league, and
Yep.
the popularity of them getting some playing time at 19, 20, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Then that was it. After that, any kid that when we were growing up, when we grew up,
Mm-hmm.
that wanted to actually pick up a bat and a glove, wanted to pick up a Spalding.
Yes.
Wanted to dunk, wanted to have handles, wanted to not a shot yet, but wanted to have handles, wanted to have bunnies, wanted to dunk. That's what they wanted to do, and all of a sudden you start to see the emphasis of baseball being a wonderful sport that we grew up loving, and it was passed down to us to love.
Yep.
All start to fade.
Yep. Because I'll tell you, I went through two different gloves.
You did too. Oh okay.
I went through two different
Okay.
gloves
I thought it
for
was
the
just
better
me.
part of 11 years. I went through two different gloves. And the manufacturer, Wilson.
Right.
The first person in my life to ever hand me a baseball, my grandfather, George Edward Downs, aka Tiny.
Oh God, he had a baseball nickname too. All right.
Tiny was the first person to hand me a baseball. And he only gave me the baseball when he said, when you learn the game. I saw two baseballs and I was so in the house and I was so excited. And I reached for one and he stopped me. And he said, when you learn the game, I will give you these baseballs.
Oh wow. See, he
That
taught you
that was his caveat.
So he taught you the rite of passage. So
Yep.
oh wow. So
When you learn, he said it, when you learn the game, I will give you both of these baseballs.
He wanted you to treasure the sport.
Yes.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
He wanted me to appreciate, and to this day I do.
And here's
I appreciate baseball.
I do too.
Like people don't understand how much I love baseball.
Here's so funny about they don't. I agree with you. Here's what's so funny about this too. You remember why it was such a proud thing for your grandfather and your father, and
Yes.
for my father and my step grandfather, because they weren't talking when we were young. They weren't talking about basketball as much. They weren't talking about football as much.
Right.
They may have taught boxing a little bit, but the pride was baseball because that was the sport.
Yes.
That allowed us to play on the professional level before any other.
Big Kaz joining us. Hey, Kaz, where are you located? I want to shout you out properly. He says, stream looks so good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Hey, we got a Twitch comment now. It's reaching everybody.
That's right.
Love it.
Good, because.
Absolutely love it. But my dad made me appreciate the game even more by taking me to Sox games.
Yeah. And same with me with Astros games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. We're really international now. He's coming to us from Japan.
Oh, coming from
Sweet.
All right. Good. Well, good.
Sweet.
Evening. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man. But see, like I said, Dad made me appreciate baseball by taking me to games. Both men had me learn the game.
Yes. And that was important. That was important. Because I remember when I would go to those games with Dad when I was 6, 7, 8.
In the Astrodome.
Mm-hmm.
For you, the Astrodome, and for me, Old Comiskey Park.
Old Comiskey. My father made it a point to explain how the game would go and what I was seeing. Every single situation, so that when I got of age, I could actually appreciate it myself and I could look at it from his eyes. And it would get to the point where we would actually have conversations. All right, so what do you see here? Okay, I see you run on first.
Dude.
Run on first and second. Now, if I was the manager of the team that's at bat, I try to bunt them over.
Yes.
Now if I was the pitching team, I try to throw nothing but pitches low, so I can force a ground ball and get a double play.
Yes.
I mean, we would have those types of conversations.
We'd had the same with my father. We'd had conversations from a pitcher standpoint and a batter standpoint, especially with runners on base. Carl Williams joining us via LinkedIn. What's the difference between a great player and a really good player from a fan's perspective in both sports? I believe the difference is obvious in one sport and the other. You get who you want as a team, perhaps personalities and team chemistry.
That's a thought. Yeah, that's a thought right there.
That's a great thought. Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to us via YouTube and Twitch. We're on every morning. Going to take a break, and when we come back, we will honor the captain of the Knicks.
Yes.
And believe me, I may not have watched a lot of his games, but there's one important one that put me on to one Willis Reed. Back in a flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage, a loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry. I did that all wrong. I did that all wrong. My bad.
Do it right, will you?
Oh, God. Brother guest, I'm so glad, Ryan, that you here on Coffee with McCarthy. I love you.
Oh, Lord, you beat me to it. What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Brother guest.
We love you, brother guest.
Brother guest. 47 after the hour. I'm the Snowman. That's Cole Sports with a Z. Man, I just love talking sports with you, man. We're on the air every day. It's fun. It's very informative too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's very informative. Speaking of which, the NBA world was informed that a captain from Grambling has died at the age of 80, and his name is Willis Reed. Number 19. Number 19. I mean, what can you say about someone that hit 2 baskets in a 7th game and couldn't continue because of such a horrid injury?
Right.
And yet those 2 baskets sent 19,563 in Madison Square Garden into a frenzy.
Yeah, you would have thought either one of those was the game winner, but that
Right.
happened in the first quarter. Yeah.
And the Knicks won by 14.
Yeah.
They won that game by 14, 113-99.
Yeah.
And what's lost in that is that Walt Frazier scored 36 points
Mm-hmm.
in that game. Walt Frazier took the mantle and said, all right, let's get busy.
All right. Yeah, let's do this. Mm-hmm.
But it's those 2 baskets by Willis Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those on jump shots. Pay attention, LeBron. And Reed Reed wasn't at his best at all since game 5 of that series.
No, he wasn't at all.
Will Chamberlain was dominating that series, and the Knicks figured out how to defend him for 1 game and 1 game only. And what was that game? Game 7.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Chris Schenkel as well, who called that game for ABC.
And let's not get it twisted. It wasn't that Willis Reed had a bad finals.
No. I mean, Willis Reed was the first player in NBA history to win the regular season MVP, the All-Star Game MVP,
and the Finals MVP.
The first player to complete that triple crown.
I mean, the dude got busy. I mean, in the finals, 32 and 15. So he wasn't a slouch. It wasn't a, okay, well, he was a bit player
Nope.
And he went down. All of a sudden, he was an inspirational figure, and and basically hit 2 jumpers on one leg. No, he was more than that. He actually was a really good player on a solid all around team.
He was a hell of a player.
Yeah.
He was a hell of a player.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rest in peace, number 19, Willis Reed. And if I may do an impression of one John Condon, at center, number 19, Captain Willis Reed. When he got introduced for Game 7, and you heard that from John Condon,
oh my gosh, you would have thought seriously would have thought the roof in
was
Madison
gonna
Square Garden
cave
was
in.
going to come off or cave in
or something.
Implode.
You thought they were going to blow the roof off the joint.
Mm-hmm. Because people were thinking he wasn't going to start or even play.
Or in the words of Keith Jackson, they were about to peel the paint off the joint.
And he was right. The way they exploded for
they
that.
roared. Okay, look, Chris Schenkel and company at ABC were setting up the game, and then all of a sudden, they spot Willis Reed coming out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What a moment!
Yeah.
What a moment! Larry Bird repeated it in 1991 when he fell on his face and had to go back to the locker room to get treatment. But Willis Reed,
yeah,
they were questioning during that broadcast. I believe I have the original broadcast from ABC. They were questioning to that moment. If Willis Reed was going to play. They talked about his injury. Again, the late Chris Schenkel called that game. Rest in peace, Chris Schenkel. They were questioning up until that moment if they were going to play the game, if he was going to play the game or not. They were setting that up, and then they see him walk out.
Yep.
And when Willis Reed walked out,
that was it.
That was it.
That was it for the Lakers too.
The game was done.
Yeah. Yeah.
The game was over.
Because that was a huge boost for
Willis Reed walked out.
That was a huge boost for the Knicks. I mean, they played it
huge.
Though it was like they were on life support, and all of a sudden they got an EKG jolt, and then the next thing you know, it looked like they played like they had a new lease on life.
And he hit a couple of jumpers in the warm-ups, and they went nuts. They went nuts.
And you mentioned it. We're talking about a team that had Walt Frazier on it, that had Bill Bradley on it, that had Dave Busher on it. So we're not talking about slouches on this team where it was just him and nobody else.
Not at all.
But
that Knicks team was stacked in 1970.
You had stacked players, and you had all of them follow the lead of number 19. That was how great of an impact Willis Reed had on the Knicks.
And let's not forget Red Holtzman.
Oh yeah, the coach of the team.
Who was the coach of the Knicks at the time. And how he put that team together. Everybody in New York was hyped up for Game 7. I got a piece of Marv Albert's call because Marv Albert joined the Knicks 5 years earlier.
Yeah, I was about to say not brand new, but newish. Yeah.
I mean, Phil Jackson was on that team, number 18.
Right. Yep, he was off the bench. Right.
Thank you, Sick Diggy, for that. Phil Jackson was on that team. Yep. Defensive stalwart, came off the bench. That's how Red Holtzman used him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was
pay attention, Darvin Ham.
He was sort of like the precursor to a Kurt Brampus type.
Mm-hmm.
If
you watch any basketball if you watch any kind of basketball in the 80s, you know the legend of Kurt Rambis, aka Clark Kent.
Yeah,
what they called him in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he was the guy that you didn't call on him for points. You didn't necessarily call him for rebounds. You basically call him for defensive pressure and hustle plays. And what gets a home crowd more hyped than anything? A well-timed block, a well-timed steal, or a well-timed save from the ball going out of bounds, and it starts a fast break. Any one of those three things that sends a home crowd in a frenzy, and you value players like that. That was the type of player that Phil Jackson was.
I got a present for you. I got to put something together. In Game 6, the Lakers took the floor with defense of their title hanging in the balance. A battered Isaiah Thomas performed heroically for Detroit. But it wasn't enough. The Lakers escaped with a victory, forcing tonight's dramatic 7th-game showdown. This has been a series of startling contrasts, from the friendships off the court to the fierce hostility on it. We've witnessed the youthful exuberance of the challengers and the poise of the champions. There's been hardship and pain, but not enough to overcome sheer guts and determination. These teams have fought each other to a standstill, and tonight their destiny will be determined. It's just a question of who can endure this final hurdle. The Lakers hope to repeat history tonight, while the Pistons hope to make some. A championship is at stake, and only one team's prayers will be answered. Can we have that age of the NBA come back?
June of 1988.
1988.
Man.
Let me say that year. Why? It's approaching the top of the hour, and I love it. Listen, Bronsexuals, the year again, 1988. One of the greatest final series
ever. And this is coming. This is coming from one person who at the time could not stand the Pistons and got to dislike them even further as the years went on. And a guy and a guy who, it was like it was painful to see the Lakers go to the finals year after year after year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pistons, I didn't really root for them, but I
for
wanted
the
to see something
time,
different.
they were the best team in the West,
and they were the best team in the West easily. I mean, to the point where the only 2 times they did not make it to the finals, it was the Rockets that knocked them out in 81 and 86.
Yep.
Every other year in the 80s, the Lakers were the Western Conference reps.
The Lakers were the Western Conference reps. They were
So by that time, I was like, man, anybody but the Lakers.
Right.
So
but you also appreciated that.
But it
you also appreciated that time.
It was one of the best finals I ever seen. One of the best I've ever seen. Before or since, one of the best I've ever seen.
Thank you. Because how can people say that wasn't the greatest series? One thereof.
If it's the greatest, if you're like, okay, well, 84, I'd say okay, I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah, man, 1984. This spectacular series has had everything. Thank you, Brent Musburger, for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, 84 was spectacular. Yeah. 88 was off the charts.
Yeah. And of course, for you, for you personally, any of the 6 in the 90s for you with the Bulls.
Yep.
And 94
Absolutely.
For me. Personally, of course, there'd be one that would rank higher, but just as analysts, 84, 88, to me, 94 I liked, and that was and that's distancing myself as a Rockets fan.
Thank you, Hakeem Olajuwon, for that block in game number 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though it was ugly in terms of offense, 2010 wasn't too bad.
West Finals of 02.
Oh,
what is your favorite? Question in the chat. Let's light it up right now before we begin hour 2. What is your favorite playoff series that you have witnessed? Just put the year down and the level.
You're going to be shocked as the one I'm going to say.
Try me.
My favorite series of all time. 1993 Western Conference Semifinals, Sonics Rockets.
I'm not shocked.
And
I watched every minute of that series.
Yeah. You could not have found a more evenly matched series than that one.
And the 4 games in Seattle, you would thought they were in the Kingdom.
Yeah. I mean, the atmosphere was absolutely raucous.
Game 7, the Rockets silenced the crowd and took a big lead.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the third quarter happened.
Yep. And the Sonics just ate at that lead. And then it was just nip and tuck the rest of the way, and it took overtime for the Sonics to overcome it. And yes, and I'm saying that
all of a sudden the third period happened.
Yeah. And I'm saying that as a Rockets fan, yeah, it was disappointing that they lost in 7, but again, distancing myself as an analyst. I mean, as a fan, looking at it as an analyst. Right. That was one of the most well-played series I've ever seen in my life.
Rocket Sonics 87.
And Rocket Sonics 87 comes close. And
that wasn't a series, folks. That was a war.
Yeah, and it's in a 6-game series. That's a pretty good one. Yeah,
that was a 6-game war. Olajuwon's performance in Game 6.
Oh God, he was a beast in that game. Oh, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
that was heartbreaking. He put his heart and soul on that court, and he couldn't bring the Rockets to a W.
Yeah, couldn't will them to a win.
Will them to a win. And if he did, I think they would have won that series. But
that game was so evenly matched.
Yeah,
that game and that series was so evenly matched.
Yeah,
that's Game 6 is one of those games you get in trouble for staying up late to watch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You get in trouble for that because the next day, I swear to you, in the lunchroom, that's the game we were talking about.
Yeah,
that's the game we were talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, every time Olajuwon made a difficult shot, it just seemed like the Sonics made an even more difficult shot.
They had an answer with a more difficult shot. Yeah.
Dale Ellis, anyone?
Tom Chambers.
Tom Chambers had what, 38? I think he finished with 38 in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Houston takes the lead. This is in regulation. Houston takes the lead. No, I take it back. This was in the first overtime. Houston takes the lead, and all of a sudden you see Chambers flying up the floor, and they find him. And Robert Reed fouled him on that dunk.
I don't know how that. Those two franchises played. They played some great series, man.
How the hell did Tom Chambers beat everybody down the floor?
I don't know.
How did he beat everybody? Because Olajuwon made a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
TV, I agree with you. If Taylor was here today, oh my gosh, he would be up there with Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry as the best shooter in the game.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
I have no lie can be found with that statement.
None, because he has broken my heart plenty of time watching him just hit a key 3 or a key jumper against the Rockets. Oh man,
87 game 6. Before we go to hour 2, 87 game 6. Rockets had the lead, 123 to 121. We're in double overtime. And to give him the lead, Olajuwon hit this impossible shot.
Yeah, he worked on this
on the left baseline. They surrounded him. Alton Lister, Tom Chambers, they surrounded him. Or as Jim Durham would say, they sent the posse after him.
Yeah, he was to the point where his game evolved to where you had to send as many people as you could to stop him.
They sent a posse after him. All he does is turn around and hits an impossible fadeaway, and I'm looking at that going, how?
A big man doing that, right?
And then the trip down the floor. You're thinking, okay, they don't have an answer. Dale Ellis hits a 22-footer.
See, yeah.
And everybody in Seattle goes nuts, and they hear the PA man go, Ellis. And I know Cole's face was like,
not again.
The fuck is that?
Yeah. Just when I think we have this game wrapped, and we're gonna bring it back to the summit. No, that happens. Yeah.
The brew of the day for me, peppermint tea with a little emergency.
Emergency.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Went solo today. Didn't do the slam. Just had some peppermint. I'll have some lemon zinger after the show. But it's hour 2. We're inside hour 2, talking some great memories of basketball. Pay attention, bronze sexuals. And officially, hour 2 starts right now. Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now.
Hour 2, Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson is here. As you can see, it looks like my partner is stuck in freeze frame. Thank you, Jay Giles Band, with the Snowman, who will probably rejoin us momentarily. I am Cole Johnson, and you all know what time it is when we get down. I'm not going to steal his thunder because I know he's going to want to do something, and he has something spectacular, but basically, what you're going to be in store for is the following.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. Real LJPN, now approve all this.
So if you are new to the show, listening to it, thank you, WQEE out in Noonan, Georgia, suburb of Atlanta. Or if you are watching us like on BS3 Network via Roku TV or the YouTube channel on Snowman Multimedia, then you are in for a treat because every second hour of every Wednesday, we dissect, we break down, and we disassemble all that is the fandom of bronze sexuals. So the story goes about 4 years ago, I created this segment where I'm sorry about that. I understand.
There are times I absolutely hate technology. This is one of them.
There are times,
There are times, folks.
I agree. I'm sorry to do this.
So you were talking about why you created this segment. Go on.
Yes, yeah, Junior Drew. Good morning to you, sir. Yes.
Good morning, Drew.
So about 4 years ago, I just was sick and tired of hearing conversations, barbershop and otherwise, outside of my purview, of seeing conversation all throughout my timeline in whatever, pick your social media platform.
Yes.
And seeing all sorts of videos on YouTube and other places.
All sorts of ish.
And it was extolling the virtues of LeBron James to an unhealthy degree. Now, I know there are those who are LeBron James fans like Hawk TV.
Yes.
You know, all of this doesn't address him or fans like him. It's addressing those who just have this unhealthy obsession with them, where they just simply say that the sun, the moon, and all the stars hang on LeBron James and everybody else when in regards to basketball, it just simply does not exist. Or you mention a moment like Willis Reed, Game 7, 1970 NBA Finals, they'll be quick to say, well, that moment is as good as they chase down block in 2016 Game 7. It's stuff like that.
I have a conspiracy theory about Game 7, but that's a later date.
Right. See, it's stuff like that. It just grated on my nerves. Like, well, okay, so Jordan, yeah, he may have won 6 and didn't lose in the finals, but he only went to 6. I mean, 6 championships in 15 years. It sounded like he was a loser 9 times. Okay. But Ma Kang went to it 10 times. I mean, that should be something you should hang your hat on.
No.
But you're forgetting something. Of the 10, he lost 6 of them. And that's important. Or
there's more.
Yeah. Or until 2021. LeBron James, every time he gets to the playoffs, he is the king of the first round. Who cares about the first round?
I thought the goal was to win the doggone thing.
Yeah, I thought it was to win the last round. Not the first. It was ridiculousness I kept seeing on the regular like that. And I'm like, okay, I got to call these idiots out.
And that led to the first ever bronzexual confession, which had me on the floor.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, let me see if I can grab all the ridiculousness that I've seen. And I thought at first it was going to be, okay, I think I might have a few of these episodes and that'll be fine, right? And I only did it within a 15-minute stretch.
Yes.
For a Wednesday. I never talked about anything LeBron after that or before that. But it was just a 15-minute stretch on a Wednesday. And I talked about him on season, and I found stuff off season when everybody kept talking about it. And I thought, okay, so this is not going to stop.
Nope.
And
it ain't gonna go away.
So it's like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and next year will be 366. It's always about him. And so I was like, okay, this is going to have legs for a good while. So once my partner saw that, he was like, you mind if I adopt it? I was like, sure, because I'm sure you see a lot of the ridiculousness as I do. Go for
God,
it.
Yes.
And that is why we have that particular segment for many of you who feel our pain. And we know many of you do feel it.
Can we get the joy juice and the hooked on Bronix?
Okay, sure.
Please.
All right.
This Braun Session Confession is brought to you by Braun Joy Juice. Braun Joy Juice, the ultimate joy juice of bronzexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk. This moment of bronzexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. LJPN, now approve all this.
On your mark, get set, go!
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Now, I know I haven't done this in a while, so I think it is appropriate that I do this now. Flambe? No. Burnt? No. See? No.
There's an idiot by the name of Darius G.
Oh, yes, a transsexual name. I love it. Okay.
Who wrote...
but before you continue, sir.
Yes, sir.
To join in on the hijinks of Bronzesexual Confessions, our brother, Mr. Eagles Elite himself, the one, the only, Cool McCain.
What up?
What it do?
What it do? All right.
Back to business.
Brian was about to launch into a Bronzesexual Confessions, and he mentioned a guy named Darius G. So continue to cook.
If that don't sound like a bronzesexual name. Darius G. G-E-E.
Oh, he even spelled it like one. Okay.
If that don't sound like a... I'll invoke the question. I'll invoke a question from George Carlin.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that sound a little fruity to you? Hi, I'm Darius. I'm a bronzesexual. Duh. It's like Cool said in this PSA. If you're single, find someone that loves you the same way these guys love these bronzesexuals. And I'm going to have Cool repeat that, and we're going to record it live here in a little bit. And as I look at some of these ridiculous blank statements that he wrote, I'm wearing glasses, but this makes my eyes hurt.
Oh my, that bad.
So Darius G said,
quote,
"There isn't a better closer than LeBron, period. Kobe comes close, though, period. Spelled T-H-O. More on that later.
Yeah.
One of a million reasons why he's the GOAT."
Close quote. The utter blast. Well, I'm not going to go into that. I'm sorry.
Don't do that yet. Don't do that one yet. My first question is the following. English blank blank, do you speak it?
Oh. Samuel L.
English, do you speak it?
Absolutely. Do it again.
English, do you speak it?
Kobe comes those close. Though. T-H-O.
Yeah, Kobe comes close. Though. Not though. Though.
That statement alone should tell you the persuasion of this bronzesexual, which frightens me even more. There isn't a better closer than LeBron. Since when is LeBron a great closer in the first place?
Wait, since when was no. Since when was LeBron a closer, period?
Better question.
I thought he was a facilitator. And facilitators, from what I can understand, are not really closers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, you may have some. Chauncey Billups probably comes closest to who's a facilitator and can be a closer too. But normally, if you're a facilitator, you're passing to somebody who closes.
But Snowman, but Cole, their king is this all-time leading scorer. So how can he not be a closer?
This is a short. This is a short, and it's also a drop. I'm telling you right now, this is a short.
That's why I love you, Cool. I have no problem being a man and saying I love you, Cool, on air. I love you for that, bro.
Mr. McCain, do that again, please.
Sure. But Snowman, but Cole, how could he not be a closer? Because their king is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, even though he's played like 20 years.
The caveat at the end, I mean, the part at the end is even funnier. And I love how you say it, cool. It's as if you know full well I don't believe this crap that I'm saying.
That's the most important part, sir. That's the most important part.
Okay, Darius.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, you can't spell. Second of all, you have no concept of English. Samuel L., please.
Oh Lord. Jeez. Okay. All right, Samuel.
English. Do you speak it?
There isn't a better closer than LeBron. Really?
Oh, wait, huh?
Bitch, please.
Thank you. There isn't a better closer than LeBron. Okay.
Bitch, are you for real?
I saw that whole scene. More on that later.
Mm-hmm.
How can you say LeBron is the greatest closer when he doesn't even close in the first place? How can you say LeBron is the greatest closer when he doesn't have the spine or the nerve to close games?
You're fired.
How can you say that there isn't a better closer than LeBron, and he even spelled LeBron's name incorrectly, given the fact that this is a bronzexual? But I digress. How can you say that there isn't a better closer than LeBron because for 70 plus years there have been great closers? Willis Reed? Anybody? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Anybody? I dare not say Michael Jordan to these bronzexuals.
You don't have
See,
to.
I really feel that Michael Jordan is the object of their desire, but they wound up with LeBron instead.
Because you know what it is? They really want some of that Jordan cream.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah.
The Jordan cream freeze. Wait a minute. The Jordan cream freeze want is real with these bronzexuals because they got a fourth-rate player that they want to claim to be the greatest of all time.
I'm getting too old for this.
When it comes to LeBron being shoved down our throats and up our asses, I am getting too old for this. You know, it's like in the opening. There is no end in sight, and it's been this way since 2003. Had he not shown up, the NBA would be in a better position. I said it, and I mean every minute of it. Good morning to you, T. Riddler. T. Riddler, where are you joining us from?
A bronzexual city.
You for real?
I'm dead serious. I am dead serious.
Grammatically sounding included.
Do it again.
I said a bronzexual would probably ask.
You for real?
Very much so. So you just want to forget the fact that Kareem closed out a world championship series on enemy turf in 1985, right? You want to Thank you. You want to forget that Ralph Sampson hit a miraculous shot in the Forum in Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals a year later. You want to forget the fact, and I know a few bronzexuals are going to get mad at me for mentioning this name, but screw it. You want to forget the fact that Tom Chambers played a fundamentally sound, better forward position than Yo Kang.
And don't forget Sir Larry Joe Bird.
Yes.
I'm getting the bird. Trust me. You want to forget that Larry Joe Bird basically played the small forward position the way it's supposed to be played.
Now, see, if
basically, you want to forget that Larry Bird against the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 3 notched a triple-double, and it wasn't his best shooting game.
You know.
And Hawk TV, I believe it about Tom Chambers.
No, you know, if I were a Larry Bird fan, I would have to address a bronzessual like this?
What is your name?
I told you.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You gotcha.
Okay. So last week, I gave my list of who I feel are my 10 best small forwards. And if y'all like the content, hit the Cash App, Tallman Dr. K50 and host Cole Johnson, if you would, please.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it too.
So I made some change. I don't have a top 10 small forwards. I know I can just name 10 small forwards that played the game better than LeBron James did. LeBron James is trash.
Is he trash?
I already got.
Is he trash?
I already got the camera. Okay, Cole, hit it.
All right. So, what do you say, Cool?
I said, is he trash or is he trash?
Trash, 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 trash.
I'll say it again with Cole's help. LeBron Raymond James is pure, unadulterated
Trace, 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 trace.
Oh man.
Y'all might hear it again, but do us a favor. Let's get Cole Sports monetized. Let's get Snowman Multimedia monetized, and let's get the Play Caller Sports Network monetized. Let's get all these channels monetized. Let's get all our channels monetized. And keep proving to people that black men can work together. Oh, did I say that aloud?
Oh, they can. I didn't know that. And
I was told they can.
Yeah, I was told
we've been doing it, and we've been doing this. I've had Cole on the air with me for about a year now. Hell, longer than that. As many times as he's been a guest. Cool McCain, same thing.
Yeah,
you mean we black?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, Cool. That's what I'm saying, Cool. I didn't know we were black.
Side note, you know that's one of the first jokes Jody said to me on a drive up to Michigan City from Terre Haute. She just looked at me and said, "Do you realize that you're black?" I nearly crashed from laughing.
But look, seriously, those who feel as though since we're black and we're men that we can't work together, my statement to that is you.
I'll repeat it. My statement to that is a whole lot of you. Now, back to this Darius G character.
The name sounds so bronzessual-esque.
It just does. It just screams I'm a bronzessual. It just really does.
Can I have that graphic, please?
Oh Lord.
Can I have that?
So you had a conversation with a bronzessual.
Unfortunately.
Okay. And what did this conversation unearth? Because I know it had to unearth a dung nugget.
I'm gonna put this away.
Sometimes it's for the best.
I agree.
This is a recent conversation with a bronzesexual.
Oh Lord. So it's just as fresh as a pile of crap. Okay.
Yeah. In public.
Oh, in public, if you will. Yo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Thank you, late Dusty Rhodes.
Thank you, Dusty Rhodes.
Definitely.
He sees my setup. He hears me going off about LeBron. I take a break.
Okay.
He sits next to me and he goes, and he says,
quote,
how can you say all those blasphemous statements about the king?
Close quote. Okay. Point of reference. What did he find that you said which was considered blasphemous?
Well, what I said was there has been no LeBron era. What I said was the era went from Kobe to Steph and LeBron was skipped.
Oh, well, I can see
Can a lie be found there?
Well, I can see how Brown Sexual would be hurt. But really, in terms of on the court play, because I think that has to be stressed, no lie really can't be found.
Thank you.
Because I will challenge any LeBron James fan or Brown Sexual. Name me something that LeBron has done on the court that has revolutionized and changed the way the game is played. On the court. Don't give me the off the court crap.
Flopping.
Matter of fact,
and to clarify, off the court means influencing free agency, being a brand of yourself, being able to earn $1 billion while still playing basketball. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about him being a GM, although he's a player. I'm not talking about off the court.
Right.
I'm strictly talking about on the court. Name me something that LeBron has done on the court that has revolutionized the game.
Can I answer that, please?
I've got two things after you
Go ahead, Cole.
No,
so you got flopping, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's introduced a whole new era of flopping and flailing and all those things. And also him along with his Banana Boat crew buddy, Christopher Paul. Chrissy Pauls. Chrissy Pauls. We'll call him Chrissy Pauls.
Not Chrissy. Not
Chrissy Pauls. Chrissy Pauls. They have introduced the cry baby era of players. If we don't recall, y'all king a few weeks ago when they lost to the Boston Celtics, had a full-on temper tantrum on the court over a foul call.
Academy Award winning.
Platinum.
That's the guy.
Platinum.
That's the guy that y'all love so much. The guy who's normalized shooting threes even when you don't have a good three-pointer. Y'all king! That's what he's done for your game. Praise him and slob his sweet juices. That's what you love to do.
Oh my gosh, drop that mic, cool. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Can we get the praise dance?
Ooh, drop that mic, cool. Goodness gracious, man.
Can we get the praise dance?
Yeah, you gonna get the praise dance off of that, because man, you spoke the truth and shamed the devil with that one. Oh my gosh.
Many
Sometimes
times.
you have to. Sometimes you
man.
Now I'm going to say some things to Hawk TV, and I'm speaking directly to Hawk TV.
Oh, you mean statements such as
invoke that praise dance again?
He's influenced people such as James Harden. Look at his play style and need of having. Unfortunately, Hawk TV, you basically have just proven Cool's point.
Yep. You basically proven all of our points. So let me talk to Hawk TV for a few minutes. Let me just have a conversation with him.
Okay.
Hawk TV, Yo Kang sucks ass.
Oh my. Oh my.
Dog. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me put my Clark Kent glasses back on here. Thank you, Jody K, for these. I will say it again with all four of my eyes. Yo Kang sucks ass. Yo Kang is trash. Yo Kang can't hold a candle to Bernard King, Alex English, Tom Chambers, Scottie Pippen, James Worthy, Larry Joe Bird.
Grant Hill.
Grant Hill also. Influence James Harden? Yeah, because James Harden sucks ass too. There's your influence.
If that, no, I'm not. Don't get me started.
There's your influence right there.
Please.
Because James Harden wasn't even good at Arizona State. Let me say that again. The blasphemy. I'm speaking nothing but facts.
Snowman, you know I love you and admire you, but the blasphemy has got to stop.
Not blasphemy.
Oh, you want? Blasphemy, huh? Riddle me this. Does LeBron James have a jump shot mechanism that he commits to memory? Does he have post moves that he commits to memory? Does he have a free throw stroke that doesn't commit a violation every time he goes to the line?
He has flopping that he commits to memory. Oh my God, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, in the words of Jeff Van Gundy, what has happened to the league? I'll tell you what happened to the league. LeBron James showed up. Everybody was slobbering on him. Be slurping. Thank you, Cole Johnson.
Oh, no problem.
And they expect us, real basketball fans, to admire him. Let me say it again, Hawk TV. Give me this doggone camera. Listen to me carefully. LeBron James sucks as a basketball player. LeBron James blows as a basketball player. LeBron James is not a good basketball player. He's been trying to become one for 20 years, and he never worked on his game. Ever. In short, and in conclude, you want to call it blasphemy? Then you're really going to hate what I'm going to say next. In short, Hawk TV and other bronze sexuals like you, LeBron James's 20-year career has been a colossal failure. He's failed his teams. He's failed his teammates. And in 4 words, he's failed the league.
Oh, you mean, so LeBron James has gone to 10 NBA finals and has won 4.
Yeah.
4 in 10. That's failure.
I will say it again for those of us in the cheap seats at old Chicago Stadium. LeBron James's 20-year career has been a colossal failure.
You take a 10-question quiz, you only get 4 white. You fail.
You know what else? You've caught an epic.
Let's hear it.
Colossal.
Stanktacular. A craptacular, stupid, funny.
Oh my goodness.
So sexuals, hear me and hear me well. As a basketball player, LeBron James is trash. And the league has allowed this for 20 years. And they're going to allow it for a few more as long as LeBron sticks around. He needs to go. He needs to hang him up. He needs to retire because he's not a good basketball player, period.
Wait.
All he has been is a bull in a china shop, and now that china shop has been fortified with a little steel Because Dennis Rodman said it best. Dennis Rodman said, quote, LeBron James is easy to defend. He's got no moves.
So he said that LeBron James is the most clutch player of all time? Is that what this bronzesexual said?
Yeah.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me. Yeah.
He should be ashamed of himself for lying like that.
LeBron James, the most clutch player. LeBron James, the king of basketball, the greatest of all time. Why the you lying?
Oh my gosh.
LeBron James is trash. LeBron James has never been a good basketball player, high school or pro. And his 20-year career in the NBA has been chasing ghosts and chasing failure. Well, he caught failure because his career is a failure. I'm looking everybody dead in the eyes, especially Hawk TV. LeBron James's 20-year career in the NBA has been a colossal, craptacular failure. If you're a superstar player, you make your teammates better.
Agreed.
Now, who actually
LeBron
believes
James
that LeBron? Now, who actually believes that LeBron James is the most clutch player in NBA history?
Thank you.
Lord have mercy.
Kyle Kroger, Zydranus Elgauskas. Zydranus, excuse me, Elgauskas.
Zydranus L. Goofiness.
Oh my gosh! Why are you purposely butchering his name, Cole?
No, it's Hawk TV.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk TV did it.
Oh my gosh!
As I said, and we'll continue to say to you, Hawk TV, and other bronzesexuals like you, LeBron James's 20-year career has been an individualistic, colossal failure. As a basketball player, LeBron James has been a failure for 20 years. Period. Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
4 in 10. You fail.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow.
Hold up. Yes, LeBron. It is you. It's always been you. It always will be you. For the failure your career has been and the failure of impact you've had on the league. You've never had an era. You never will have an era because an era belongs to great players. And sorry, LeBron, you're not one of them. Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow.
Hold that thought. 4 in 10. 4 in 10. That's failure.
Oh, and Hawk TV. LeBron James did not help Austin Reeves become a household name. Austin Reeves' play helped him become a household name.
Too bad LeBron's not a household name. Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. Period.
That's just wrong.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned.
Hold that thought. This is for all the bronzesexuals in the house.
This moment of bronzesexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzesexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. LJPM, now approve all this.
Yo Kang is a failure as a basketball player. Period. Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Oh, yeah, I got to go back and read Vicola had an ad earlier. Got to go back and.
Oh yes, I think I saw it. Okay.
I can't get that out of my head now.
What did I start? What did I start by actually even saying that?
A whole lot, sir. A whole lot.
Here it is. And cool, you get the honor of reading this.
All right. Are you tired of the mundane dating scene? Tired of missing the finals of love? Looking for your forever teammate? Then Brombo's for you. Find someone that loves you the way Bronzexual love. They can!
You got 24 hours, Cole Johnson. That must be visualized. Period. That must be visualized. Oh no. Cole, this one's yours. Take it.
Okay. Oh, Lord. All right. This Bronzexual Confession is brought to you by the City Bake Sale. So come on down. Contribute to the building fund and loads of sugar shock. That's the City Bake Sale.
Y'all realize I'm gonna cut the hell out of these.
He said the City.
You know, the first time Cole ever did. Listen, first time Cole ever did that. Did the city and when he did it on air, when he introduced the name of the church and then gave the short name for it, I fell out. Every time he does it in character, I'm like on the floor, dying. Oh no. Oh no. Cole, take it. Take it.
This intellectual dissection is brought to you by Bum Leg Orthopedics. Bum Leg Orthopedics, the only thing keeping Anthony Davis's career intact. Oh my leg, oh my leg, oh my leg, oh my leg.
Thank you, Byron Leftwich.
Oh my goodness. Hey, there's another one.
Saying hi.
You're welcome.
Oh my leg, oh my leg, oh my leg.
Right, Mr. McCarthy got one too.
Oh, he does?
He wrote one too.
Yes, he does.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Where is it?
What he
at 9:40 a.m.
9:40.
Oh, I got it.
Oh yeah, but
I'll do this one.
I was gonna say this was yours, but go ahead.
I'll do this one. This segment of Bronzexual Confessions is brought to you by Darvin Ham Sandwiches. When you need sustenance to ride your player to a juicy trust in Darvin Ham Sandwiches. You guys in the chat,
hey,
you were awesome.
Y'all wow, bro. I
You all
love
are
it.
awesome.
You
all
guys
awesome.
in the chat are fabulous.
You all are awesome. You all are fire.
I'm gonna do this one again.
Oh, you can do it again.
I really want to get it right, especially when you visualize it.
Okay.
This segment of Braun Sexual Confessions is brought to you by Darvin Ham Sandwiches. When you need sustenance to ride your best player to a juicy trust in Darvin Ham Sandwiches.
Sandwiches, man. You put up an Impala ad too, Sick? Wow, the day, ain't he?
Oh, he did.
He did.
Sure did. When we were talking about Willis Reed. Oh Lord. Where is it?
Lord. Really, Ryan? Citrus, gastric bypass, trage. Oh my God.
What have you started with that list?
Not ill gastric bypass. Oh, that was the second one.
Bypass.
Sildrunis ill gas line.
Gasoline.
Oh my gosh, you are a fool, Ryan.
Oh no. Oh no, Victor. This Braun Sexual Confession is brought to you by Genuine Stallion Stables. If you want to learn how to ride ponies like Darvin rides LeBron, join the Genuine Stallion Stables. Victor, I love you, but you're an idiot.
Yo, that's wow.
That I love these ads. You guys in the chat are awesome.
Straight wildin'. I love it though. I love all.
I love it too. Sick diggy, Victor. That was cold.
Yes,
that was not only cold. That was cold blooded.
Oh my gosh. Not that was cold blooded. Oh my. Hold on.
Nah, I gotta find that song. I hate you, cool. I gotta find that's gonna be my warm-up song for this afternoon. Watch.
It's not a bad one, man.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I was thinking, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna cue up a little Zangief, a little Vega. No, what does Cool McCain do? He puts Rick James in my head with Cold Blooded. Now I gotta find it.
Hey,
damn you! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Here you go.
Oh Lord. Okay.
This edition of LeBron Naysayers is brought to you by Championship Stakes. When the pressure is at its highest, just raise the stakes. Good Lord. All right.
Available in beef jerkies.
Beef jerky time. You want some beef jerky?
I'm sorry.
Those of you who know what movie that came from, you got the reference.
I had to stop.
This stroll down memory lane in a 77 Impala is brought to you by Soul Glow Afro Sheen. Let the funk be bumping out the trunk.
And let your soul go.
Golly, man. All right. Are we going to get a visitor before we close up shop? He nods yes. Oh, boy. How you been, Cool? You doing all right?
I'm good, man.
Good. Good.
I am good.
I like what you I like what you told me in a message. You're like, I'll be here tomorrow.
Yep. I'll be here tomorrow.
No, actually, your exact message was, "I'm gonna come on tomorrow."
That was my exact message.
It's like you were missing out on the fun.
Yeah, I was at the gym. I've been at the gym Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning.
Nice.
But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. Snowman Wild, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I was like, Playmaker probably gonna be on tomorrow. Snowman need a voice of reason. Let me get on here.
I was not wilding out.
That's not true.
Excuse me?
That is not true.
Why? Why is that not true?
Chat help me out.
Shut up, Cole.
Chat help me out. Every time we listen to this show, we own this show, we rewatch this show, it always goes off the rails. Am I not right?
Yes, it does.
And who's the catalyst for that 95% of the time?
You.
Brian Snow.
This moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN. Now approve all this.
Oh, Jesus.
All I'm saying is
we're heading right into overtime, folks.
We go off the rails a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong.
Man,
it's great.
Every damn show we do, and Cole sends me the outline, with the segments that we're gonna do. For part of the time, we stay with it, but then a moment happens where we can't get it back. It's off the rails.
And Wednesdays is like.
LJPN is sponsored by HoFacts. Before she hoe, and you gotta know, tell her to show me the HoFacts.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Somebody frozen. Nope. He's right there.
Snowman Braun Lover. How you doing? You know you are in the Hater Hall of Fame, Trey. We ain't gonna tolerate all your fooling. None of that. None of that. No fooling no. In fact, in here now, any fooling no, ain't feeling no. Understand me? You feel me? All right. So when you got Halo Hall of Fame hating, Moody, Pom Pom Waver, no hey hater. Got it in here now? Good. Now I would say, it's great to be back. I hate that city. Yeah, whatever he does. I don't care how he does. Anyway, I just know that my king is in the stress run. And he gonna take the Lakers with Soccer Island. They're gonna lift them up. They're gonna be a playoff team. And they're gonna be a more daring routine in all the NBA.
Shut up, fool!
No sucker. No buck. No grizzler. No nugger. And most certainly no warrior.
Shut up, fool!
They ain't gonna hold a candle. The man. Mold him! They no candle. No big enough. It's like that. It's the old school Motown song. Ain't no my high enough, real wide enough. Ain't no value low enough, keep them away from Braun because he is the greatest of all time.
Shut up, fool!
And now you came to see greatness display in front of your eye.
Shut up, fool!
Oh man, it's so great. It's so mold him. Great to show greatness in front of you. You know, like no, we ain't gonna go there yet. We ain't gonna go there yet. Braun Buster pays Magic Jensen. Braun Buster pays Mark Jackson. And Braun Buster pays Steve Nash. Reward. Whoop, 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 whoop. Braun Buster pays Magic Jensen. Braun Buster pays Mark Jackson. And Braun Buster pays Steve Nash.
Shut up, fool!
But mold him. They're pale in comparison. And I know this all inside the gut of the old school get on my lawn NBA fan, especially Snowman Braun lover.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Braun pays Carissa Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, you should believe it.
Now he ought to.
Braun pays Carissa Abdul-Jabbar.
Now he ought to.
Oh man, I'm so glad that you want to see grip for your eye. Yeah, I see you out there. Sid Digger. I like the Digger. I love that. Mil Castro, Younger Española Trash. I love it. Paul Castro, Espanola Trash. Hey. I saw another one out there in the FIBA zone. Yeah, I saw another FIBA zone. Where was it? Come on, pull up. Oh yeah, that's right. I love this. So true, gastric bypass. I love it. Keep it coming for now. Feedback zone.
Okay, engineer, put him up.
Mold him. Mold him. DiMaggio. I speak, you listen. You ought to remember. I'm the man. Now, all y'all came to see greatness display right before your very eye. And now, without further ado,
Trays.
great trash. Trash all day long. Trash all night long. 9:56 on trash. Abash in the green and white. Also green and white trash. Bill Russell. Trash. Trash when his face facing the ground and trash with the face facing the sun. Yeah. So quit on Nell Carter. Big Mama, you trash. You trash, Big Mama. Hockey or labor room trash. You sweep with the foots, but that's nothing. That's all it is. Trash. T-Ducker trash. Charisma vacuum. User it over charisma vacuum. Will Timber Cummins trash. You bang no 20,000 hole. You probably ain't bang 20 hole in your life. Dr. John trash. Big old afro. Ain't nothing but one ring to show for trash. Toby Jodocorn trash. Look, your wife got you that money. That's the best thing your career ever did. Your wife getting that money. John Stockton trash. White boy ain't done nothing. And your teammate, Carl Molester, trash. The greatest thing he ever did was rape a 14-year-old. Michael Jordan, trash. Trash is on the corner. Trash.
Now you pissed me off. Mold him.
Mold him.
Trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 tray, trays, 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 trays.
Trash is Larry Bird. Larry Bird, you know you trash, son. Bill Russell, trash. All day long, all night long, trash. Big Mama, trash. Don't do no more of them, whatever the heck you call them pizza commercial. No more of them. Hunk your laborer, trash. Sweet feet, but that's it, trash. T-Ducker, trash. The more boring him being on the earth. Will Chamber, comma, trash. You ain't no playboy. No, sir. Dr. John, trash. Looking like about 10 of you was on the cast of White Shadow. Toby Jodacorn, trash. Vanessa is your MVP, son. John Stockton, trash. Oh, he put me to sleep with the way he played. Carl Molester, trash. Son, on being a father. Michael Jordan, trash. And Jordan being owner of the Honda. Kyrita Herbert, trash. How working on Dallas? I don't think it's working out well for you in Dallas. Stephanie Corey, trash. Kevin Nepihade, trash. You got to comb that head on the sideline, son. Comb that head on the bench. Nickelback Yoda kick, trash. He may be 3-time MVP coming up, but he's 0-time Nathan with the when it counts. The ring, baby. Yanni attention Quapple, trash. All right, so you have a move and then what? Jaja Binks, trash. I'm glad you on the bench, son. Luka Donkey, trash. You can't work with Karita Herbert. Go back to Euro. Donna Michelob, trash. I hope Cleveland doing you well, son. And then Dame Cent. Not dollar, not dime, not nickel cent. Trash. I hope you enjoy that. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Oh, in fact, the edition Braun Naysayer is brought to you by Champions of Stay. When the pressure at it high, just ready to stay. Oh, speak of ready to stay. Yeah, I wanted to raise it for. Come on now.
Will you quit that? You're on the air.
Come on now.
Hey.
I want to impress the people.
You're on the air.
I want to impress the people. Look, I want to impress the people. Look, what your tongue do? I want you to impress them. I want you to suck
You're a fool.
I thought we were gonna say Chrissy Paul's trash.
I was waiting for that.
Well, he can't
in the midst of all that, I caught a visitor.
Yeah, I heard it.
I Winnie. She just climbed up on my shoulder and.
But see, Braun Sexual can't really go in on Chris Paul like that.
Nope.
That's the thing. But yeah, but I think the nickname I gave him from Ray Ray was something to the effect of like the pernt gourd. I think is what I gave him.
When you were counting down, pernt needed. Good morning to the underrated darkness, and thanks to all the folks.
Thank you guys
that are that hopped in the chat this morning. Oh, geez. Well, somehow I did it yesterday.
Oh, Chrissy Paul's.
This Winnie Time is brought to you by Earth the Kid Kitty Kibble, the perfect meal for your feline friend.
Yeah. All right. You gotta get down, Winnie.
I like that one.
I like that.
Hey, Ray, I believe your hooked on Bronx is on the way to you via UPS Express.
But see, what if the express gets delayed? Let's not answer that.
Thank the Lord.
Bro, I
Yes.
was laughing so hard. I couldn't even say nothing.
Same.
I was
Same.
on mute, bro. I had to put myself on mute and just laugh, bro.
Man, you ain't gotta tell me twice. You do not have to tell me twice.
Oh, man.
All right, folks. Now that we're somewhat back on the rails, have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
you taking a big fat... and they're not big enough.
And tonight,
oh, that's right,
at 8:30 p.m., Eagles Elite. A lot of free agency for the Eagles coming and going. You might want to hear about it since everybody like us or hate us. Come listen.
Well, no. One more before we get out of here. This Bill Clinton style head game is brought to you by low-hanging, fruity flavored condoms. Good grief. Taste the fruits instead of the protein. Good Lord.
You was foul for that sick. Well, since we're doing all sorts of updates and coming ups, of course, you all know the Brian Snow Show comes on later this afternoon,
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. So yeah, definitely catch that on the Snowman Multimedia YouTube channel. You just heard Cool. He has Eagles Elite. He fires that up. Eagles
and you got
news
something
all year. That's right. Eagles
and you
news.
got something today.
Yes, I do. Eagles news all year long.
Yep.
And if you want the best in Eagles news, you go to that man. I guarantee you, you will learn a lot about the Eagles from watching Cool. I've done it, and I'm telling you, I'm better and more informed with the Eagles because of him. So that's Eagles Elite. I believe 8:30 Eastern, sir.
Yep. YouTube.com /at Eagles Elite Podcast.
Yeah, you can go to that
April
website,
1st.
or you go to the Eagles Elite YouTube channel as well. April 1st,
April 3rd, I beg your pardon. April 3rd, that 49ers show will premiere.
Oh,
I'm going to take a page out of Cool McCain's book and put together a show that's all about the San Francisco 49ers. In-depth analysis, free agent signings, and it's going to be a fair conversation.
Okay.
It's going to be an absolute, excuse me, it's going to be an absolute fair conversation.
All right.
I then to get that started. April 3rd.
April the 3rd. Okay.
And that's every Monday all the way through the season. Let's see if the 49ers can defend their NFC West title.
So not this coming Monday, but the Monday, the day of the when the NCAA finals men's style takes place later on.
National championship in Houston that night.
Yeah, that night being Houston. All right, so you have that, and of course later on 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, you have Cole Sports with the Z on the Cole Sports with the Z YouTube channel.
Yes,
we come at you live, and we're going to debut this as well. We're going to have in the VIP zone. The best comments from each time I go into the segments will end up being the quote that it is will end up being a chapter in the timeline of every future show. So you come with your best comments, and it will be a chapter in the timeline of that show going forward.
Beautiful.
Hey guys, can I break some breaking news on you guys' channel?
Go with it. Go with it.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Go ahead,
So
bro.
starting April 26th.
Oh, yeah, you told me. Go ahead.
The Eagles Elite podcast will also be streamed on Shady Sports Network.
Beautiful.
Shout out to our guy, Sam Shady. We are going to be putting that content on there as well. I think it's a great match for Eagles Elite, a football channel, no brainer. And so hopefully that will help both of us to obtain some new viewership.
I'm sure
you
it
can
will.
count on that.
And the longer you give me to plan, plot, and allow this dark mind to work, the better things get.
Same here. Same here. Got a lot of editing to do. Don't forget the replay of this show, Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, and the Brian Snow Show on WQEE 99.1 FM in Metro Atlanta. The block starts at 5 p.m. So tune in there, and you can also tune in on all your favorite podcast channels. We better get out of here. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
Oh, and before that as well, thank you for this. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. If anyone has an opinion about the Chris Rock special where he eviscerates the not-so-fresh Prince, check out the most recent episode of Mentality on Snowman Multimedia or We're Wise TV or the Comey Media, that's COMEMEDIAINC YouTube channels, where Cole and Wise dissect the whole situation as only they can. I appreciate you, Victor, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, guys.
Man, we appreciate you.
All of
Come
you.
here, Winnie. We appreciate you, and I appreciate you and Wise for allowing me to pick up Mentality and play it on my channel and play it on my radio network. I appreciate it.
No problem. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We will see you tomorrow where we'll have Totally Deets at the bottom of the first hour.
Yep.
And who knows? We might have Cool come back. You never know. But
you never know who's gonna hang out with us.
That's right. But until then, for Cool, for Snowman, I'm Cole.
We're
Fan
out.
Feedback Zone. Thank you.
And thank you indeed to the Fanatics Feedback Zone. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
Peace.